Hello? Hello? Hello. Leaving this on the be right back screen. I probably should have said the game I'm playing. No, I said Diablo 2, okay. We're gonna get started in just a second here. This is gonna be a chill, just a relaxing live stream today. The weather's been pretty rough around here. And it's like extremely dense humidity. Along with the fair and a couple of other past few days have been, there's actually a heat warning, which is pretty hard for the state of Minnesota to do. There's one thing the state doesn't like doing, it's telling people the weather's bad for whatever reason, so unless it's snow, but that's different. But, you know, it took a little bit out of me, and, you know, I know some friends that also went through a lot, maybe had surgery recently, I don't know, I'm just saying that randomly for no reason, but I thought everybody around my little circle could use just something nice and relaxing to hang out with, and you know, I've been hearing a couple people saying that they really enjoy the relaxing qualities of the stream, so I thought I'd just try to shoot for that today. Have a little bit of fun and finish up on some of the old Diablo 2 here. Oops. I need to run Diablo 2 windowed, but it doesn't want to do that. It doesn't want to do that, so I don't really want to force it right now. So I had this idea of putting this, this is just acoustic instrumental music designed to make white people feel really comfortable and sleepy, but I don't know if I actually want to listen to this that long, to be honest. I thought it would be a little bit more effective, and the music in this area is so gosh darn nice. I think we're just gonna switch this out here quick, take a supplemental break. I mean, do we need to even believe that we're near or close to this person? And I don't think we do. I just don't think that we do. Oh, you guys can't see it, but here's what the front of it looks like. So, wonder if I just leave it like that. And go. Nah, because then it reformats, whatever. I need to get a solid background set up for this because I have to, it doesn't look very good if I don't leave the, this up, so anyway. This area has, as part of the game is especially nice music.
I can't do that here.
It's okay, bud, it's okay. Relax, you're alright. No, no, no. That's right, I got this guy. We're not gonna go back there. Not gonna go to the Halls of Pain quite yet. Oh, I have a... Oh, that's... what am I supposed to do anyway? I haven't touched this game in a hot minute, I apologize. Oops. Good job, me. So this is what the loading screen and title screen look like. Just a fun refresher for everybody who forgot. Anyway, that's not the choice. Let's see what we got for the equipment right now. Oh yeah, we're pretty stuffed up here. That's right. I need to figure out the item management a little bit more coherently because I tend to avoid doing that pretty frequently. And as you can see, I'm a little bit full up right now. I believe this is, well, this is empty, but it'd be nice to maybe get some of these low runes perhaps put together. We could go from there. I have been reading about rune words pretty reading about rune words pretty obsessively. Oh, we can do this. needs a little more space. But I took a little bit of a break just for the past so many days because flawless, yeah. Mostly because of the weather and just a little bit of just taking a break. These gaming sessions with this particular game tend to last a pretty long time. Yeah. But you know, having read a lot about runewords, I don't really think I've learned too much. Still, it's just a lot of information to try to keep track of. Chipped. You have a lot of stuff like this where you have two of one thing. Try to get into some action in a moment here too. I think this is probably part of the reason I didn't too aggressively pursue much in this area is probably because of the fact that I was faffing around with all this stuff. Let's see. Yeah, we're full up on that right now. I'll have to do some thinking. Faster room logs. I don't think I need that. I can probably get rid of both of those at some point. And deposit all this in here too. The depositing gold mechanic is a little bit, I think, made. Let's drop that and drop that. As fun as the extra gold is, I love the big numbers. Not gonna worry about it too much right now. Oh yeah, I forgot. That's pretty dang good. Forgot about that one. But yeah, I'd have to look over the rune words again, just to be sure. I don't really want to accidentally waste anything. We're gonna see what Homie has set up here with here. Apparently that's really good. 143 is nothing to joke at. Yeah, I gave him an F tier Nadir helmet because the negative 33 to gold and negative, he doesn't actually suffer from that. It'd be nice to do something where he's got another aura associated with him, but I'm not sure if that's going to happen anytime soon. So, let's see. Find my way to the front gate here. We're just going to do a little bit of creeping and just kill a couple critters here. Get some skeletons. Actually, it looks like there's corpses, corpses around here. Can't use our allies' corpses, which is probably for the best. There's some conversations you just don't want to have with the people around you, and I think that it's going to be one of them at the end of the day. Right now, I think it's just 10, yeah. That, and we'll get our last skeleton that we are going to get is our mage. I wonder if I can, debating cycling through it just to see what kind of mage it is. I think it's just going to be, what if it actually is tinted depending on what, now because it's lightning, so that won't count. Basically what I'm saying is that the color of the character's portrait would reflect the elemental damage it has, but I think they're all just green, because you can see here this one is pretty clearly a lightning critter, so we'll move on with that right now. Otherwise, I think we'll just get going and do some action. I don't remember, the Halls of Pain is pretty filled out, but we also have that, not optional. I don't believe that's optional, but there's that other portal that's at the beginning, actually, excuse me, at the hub of this particular chapter. Just gonna take a couple seconds to do some deep breaths here. The past couple of days have been pretty challenging, I have to be honest, but we've got a nice, well, as much of a break in the weather as you're probably going to get. But I will take the break in the weather. I think that is actually the front entrance of the Halls of Fame, so we're not going to go that way. Let's grab the Stamina Shrine, why not? I have a weird aversion to using the shrines for whatever reason, but that may just be because of the particular build I'm using, which again is a pretty low maintenance, it's a very casual build. As I was saying, I'll probably be doing something like this for Monster Hunter in the future. Basically, because I really got into, I just started playing Iceborne, and I can already tell Iceborne is going to, kind of just planning to take most of September off, you know. Fortunately, I have a good excuse to work on my health, because I've really not been doing very well, unfortunately. But, you know, if you're going to be a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down, right? So. But with the humidity's been about, even during the day, it's been 80% plus, and that's just really tough on me, unfortunately. I'm trying to make sure that the apartment is airtight, but it just kind of isn't. But I'm trying my best right now. But I know streaming is something that I think really benefits my my health. Just hydration check here too while I'm at it. A friend got me some of those electrolyte tablets, which they're alright. I probably just prefer Gatorade at the end of the day, but that's because of the sugar. So it's probably nice to have an option that doesn't really add too many flat calories. I had to cough for a second. I think it was a burp. Some nightmarish combination of the two. Excuse me. But I think, you know, it does burn calories. It's not a for free thing. I always try to remind myself of that fact whenever I play whenever I do this stuff. I would compare it to working at a job or something like that, where I even pick that up. You know, it's not like you're doing all that much most of the time, especially if you have a pretty casual like job where you're sitting down most of the time. But you know, you're not doing nothing, and thinking apparently does burn calories, from what I understand. The number I always like to cite is chess grandmasters during tournaments, even though they're basically just sitting and moving individual pieces around, they'll burn about 4 to 5,000 calories during one of their games, which I thought, well, that to me is kind of a done. Like, yep, open and shut on that. Sorry about that little yep there. And then we're still trying to be relaxed right now. That's the important thing here. Sometimes being relaxed is also about managing some of your own personal excitement, saving energy for later. But yeah, to me that kind of opens and shuts the case on the concept of energy use being involved in thinking. It's something I also try to consider when I'm doing Melee or any other type of gaming, to be honest, is just making sure that you have something to keep you going, whether it be water or some snacks or something. I'm definitely a snacker, but I haven't had a lot of stuff to work with lately. Fortunately, stuff has been a little bit slow with my food stamps, but I'm not going to complain too hard right now. Things are still pretty comfortable. It's more me feeling kind of sick than anything else. Excuse me. A lot of mac and cheese, though. Maybe not the best food choice, but boy, I really like mac and cheese. What was I going to say? I believe I had a thought. But yeah, I think, streaming, it's going to take up time and energy. Even talking while you do it too. You're going to be trying to make sure that your breathing is good and all that stuff. Do some more breathing exercises. I think this just spawns monsters, right? It's like a mob or something that comes from the monster shrine. Well, there's one guy, so I guess it's pretty gnarly. But it's probably worth nothing, but... maybe I'm wrong about the monster shrine. I remember that summoning a bunch of critters, but those were just resurrected... Excuse me. One of the, I guess, gimmicks of the unholy cursed corpse... Unholy corpse... Just realized unholy corpse. The corpses is that the... I guess, I don't know if you want to call it the gimmick, but basically they have a chance to come back to life after you kill them. Pretty much no matter what, I think. And sometimes you gotta hit them on the head twice, you know? It's a pretty nice mallet, but I'm just gonna hold on to it to sell it. So sometimes you'll see them just respawn on their own if you're wondering if there's any, like with the Fallen earlier in the game, if anybody remembers them, where they're priests, or I think they're called priests, yeah, would resurrect dead ones. I don't believe there's anything like that in this area. I could be wrong, but I'm fairly certain there isn't. But they will be coming back on their own time. Excuse me. Otherwise, more of the same, though. We'll be just looking at this area. Oh, I do want to mention. So, although this is a relaxing stream, I do feel obligated just to very quickly mention, because of the extreme heat, extreme winds and stuff like that, a lot of people are actually still without power and stuff in the state as well, which is pretty frustrating. Fortunately, I only had to deal with about 4 hours of it. I'm actually now feeling extremely lucky because I heard some people are still going to be waiting until around Thursday for it, which it's Wednesday. And the power went out for most of the people Tuesday, which was yesterday, so... Especially people with kids, that always really frustrates me. It's a really hard thing to put a kid through, to have them... Sorry, I'm trying to keep this relaxing, I apologize. Anyway, as I like to say on my stream, I'm going to be, in the video description, I'm going to be writing links for houseless in the area. A lot of people pretty much lost everything from the, from all the sweeps, not just the sweeps this time, the extreme weather. The winds were blowing so strong. A lot of power lines went down and stuff like that. A lot of people lost everything. If if you were in a tent, the tent is probably gone and such. There was a call by the by the Sanctuary Supply Depot. Those are the people I like to work with, I think everybody knows. Asking for, as always, more supplies for just about everything. I think just Skeleton Master. Probably just Skeleton Mastery, right? Because I don't think Summon Resist is all that important anymore. So we'll do that. That should be full. What wand do I have? I remember grinding for a better wand, but apparently this is the best that I have right now. I think that was on the other account that I had that I got the nicer quality wand. Anyway, okay, sorry about that. Well, skeletons went down there. Yeah, this is the one with teeth. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I had done a bit of the grinding for a better wand on the second playthrough. I was using on my other computer that's just in my bed, and a little crappy laptop that a friend gave me. Where was it? That one does have a +1 to all summoning skills in it, as long as I think it's +3. It's good. It's +3 skeletal mastery, +1 summoning skills, +3 raised skeleton, and I think +3 to amplify damage. I want to say too. So it's a really solid pickup for this time right now. I think before the end of this particular run, I will have to grind that out in this particular skill level, just because it may. I think if we go on to the next difficulty, we'll lose access to the ability to get the wand types that we want. Whether or not I want to stream that is kind of, you know, there might be a portion of this particular stream that does involve that, just because it's basically just me reading numbers over and over again, which I think is very much part of what this experience is supposed to be about. Excuse me. This music's a little... just a touch aggro right now. I think the hub overworld music is for this chapter is really nice. Dungeon music is okay. It's kind of just doing what it's got to do. This is a negative debuff that I can't remember what it is actually off the top of my head. So our skelefriends got ripped apart pretty quickly too. Combat Shrine. I mean, I'm not going to use that. So apparently I opened something in there. Nice spawn. So we'll see. Definitely we could use the higher level skills for just about everything, but it's not like we're really struggling too much. Why not? Not sure why the skeleton mage is being so aggressive. Again, the skeleton mage is mostly just because I like having a lot of skeletons around. I believe at the level that it's at 2 right now, I think it's just at level 1. All it can really do is supply a status ailment. So usually the best to have is which this actually is really good right now. It's just a cold one, so it's just going to give a little bit of cold damage, which should apply a freezing debuff on the enemy. The handy thing about that is it'll just slow down their attack speed, stuff like that. If you remember when we took on Diablo, that was I believe I had the setup for that where, because the other thing is the clay golem applies that as well. So the idea is to keep resummoning the clay golem to put that status effect on Diablo, so he just puts out less attacks. Especially if he focuses on the clay golem, then he won't do as much damage to skeletons, which are kind of fragile in that section. So cold is usually a pretty useful debuff to have all around. I feel like that's across a lot of games too. It's just kind of a very practical thing to use. Default way to just slow stuff down and use mobility and effectiveness. Again, it's not the teeth attack, which is that little this thing right here. Mostly just to keep my hands busy. It says that there's no viewers. I can probably refresh the this is mostly to record the VOD, so I don't care. Also, YouTube is just kind of finicky, because it said that there was someone who had been watching, and then there was someone who had been watching, so I think it's always kind of funny trying to use this, but well, long story short, trying to end the rambling a little bit quicker here. If anybody has any requests for audio levels, just let me know. I turned the music down a touch. The game audio might be a little bit loud. Oh, the game audio might be a little bit loud, but that's probably going to depend on basically what's happening. The summoning teeth thing is actually pretty noisy. It's been well, we killed something pretty fancy there, it looks like. Sorry. My bad. Yeah, if anybody has any requests while they're here, no, don't worry about it. This is such a good game. It's funny how indie gaming made a lot of these older games feel really relevant again, because they're so systems based. Because there was only so much you could really do with graphics at the time. And I mean, this is definitely, even now it still looks great, and for, it's 2000 when this came out, it was, I mean, Blizzard was really, when Blizzard was in their prime, every time they released a game it was such an event. It didn't matter what they were doing. I was actually thinking back very briefly to their, what was the game called? StarCraft Ghost, which was one of the more famous canceled games I think ever, well, not really made because it never came out, but StarCraft Ghost was a stealth action shooter. Probably, I'm assuming it was actually envisioned as something that's fairly similar to what's common nowadays for gaming. I don't even know why I picked that up. That's a joke. Let's see if we can fuse any of that stuff together. Keep the club just for funsies. I'm just gonna sell it, but no reason not to. But StarCraft Ghost was yeah, basically going to be a stealth action shooter. This would have been 2001, 2003, 2004, somewhere in there, if I remember right. And it was one of those games that no matter what was kind of stuck in development hell, right? So that's just socketed. That might be fun, but I don't think I really need it. Stuck in development hell for a long time. I'm sure there's quite a few lengthy YouTube videos about this too that will explain it way better. But yeah, I remember just one of those. It's kind of a they had a couple of trailers that just looked. I bet if I look back on them now, they probably look a little bit underwhelming. But I remember the trailers coming out and seeing the like a Hydralisk in full. I think to me as a kid, the idea of just being in an environment, because it was, I think, GameCube era too, so games were really starting to, not just games, but also, not just the hardware, but also developers were starting to get a better idea of how to use 3D graphics. Because this is right, you know, PlayStation, N64, Dreamcast, well, the Dreamcast not really that much, that was a pretty decently useful system, I'd say, but, you know, PlayStation, N64, Sega Saturn, stuff like that. Just systems that were doing their best, but just really weren't able to put out a whole lot of really substantial power. It's kind of a church just floating around like this. I need teleports, okay. I didn't know we had to kill him here. I probably would have left this for a long time, so I am kind of glad that I'm seeing this now. At that Saya. Oops. Apparently something hit me. Whoa, I'm dead. And even now I have a fondness for this style of
You were a sad little man, Nilathak.
I love his line readings, man. You were a sad little man. He just he just always sounds like frequently like he's just the guy who sounds kind of like pissed off. You know, it's not about the like send me back to the. He's just like, what a dick. I'm glad I killed you with all my skeleton friends. Sorry. Anyway, let's I think we'll jet back here in a moment. Lightning resist. Because this is, we have something, yeah, I think that added 20 defense is better than the lightning resist there. And I'm not getting rid of this right now, so. Let's see what 2 rings we got. This is, useless. This is useless. I know that there's ways to get bigger sets together, but it involves using, okay, I'll do that. Blah, 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 blah. Anyway, let's get out of here. Head back to home base. Catch our breath for just a moment. Not like that was a particularly demanding experience. We'll just throw that away now. I don't need that. Don't need that. Just because it's worth so much. It's always nice to have. It's hard to put that much money away, but yeah, I don't think it's going to be that much more, so. Me. Sorry about that. One sec here. I'm going to make sure. Check OBS settings, not pause. Everything should be where it should be. Oh, it's just, yeah, that's right, sorry. One more thing here, apologize for the slight jitteriness here. Gonna refresh the YouTube page, because sometimes YouTube just likes to hide what's going on. Make it more fun to you. Make it a bit more of a challenge. Apologize for the little break there, we'll get back at it now. Anyway, you can see here if we wanted to grind, we really couldn't find any of the skills that we wanted with these particular wands, so none of them are all that useful. This is
You have stopped Nilathak, but he didn't have the relic. He must have already given it to Bale.
Yeah, forgot I don't care.
Good morning.
Let's trade all this wacky shit. Yeah, that's all useful. Did we go this way? I don't remember. I don't remember if we went to the temple or not. Stop by the stash quick and just take care of all of this. Do a little bit. Aside from this, I really got back into Monster Hunter World. I think I mentioned that already today. Pretty... I don't know, just... got the itch again. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Skull. I don't think we just have... Yeah. Oh wait, do we? No, we have 2 flawless skulls and 2 skulls. Okay. Nice skulls though. Nice. Just a nice skull. Chipped emerald? Huh? Soothing. Chipped. Fun stuff here, fun stuff. Kinda have to use the bathroom. I'm gonna wait a little bit, get a little bit deeper into the stream before we start worrying about that stuff right now. Yeah, I don't remember if I went into this teleporter or not. Well, we'll know in about 2 seconds here. Oh, this must have led to the Halls of Pain then. Or is this to the Glacial Practice? Halls of Anguish? Yeah, okay. So now we have to get to the... Oops. Sorry, it's gonna... Excuse me. To the checkpoint. So we need to actually go to the Glacial Trail, which should lead us to the next spot. I don't remember the name, but it is okay. Kinda gonna buzz through this. Seen a lot of this stuff already. Kinda gonna. I don't really want to be surrounded by road women. I know, right? Who'd have thought? Way more than I'm ever going to be interested in using. The quest will tell us here. Anya will personalize an item for you. That's nice. It's going to write our name with little hearts above the eyes. Like the girliest, like, school kid. Sorry. It's a summoning spell to make Aaron like you. Where's this cold shrine? It's fine with me. If I say something weird, I'm really gonna have to ask you guys to assume I'm suffering from significant dehydration. Is this... Do I have to go through the frozen river? Man, I don't remember this. Because she was in... Yeah, she was in there. But I think it's not actually the frozen river. I think the frozen river is just this, just that, and then we find another opening around here. We'll have to just run through quick. Apologize for some of the confusion on my part. Again, it unfortunately may sound like a broken record, but it has been a minute since I've played this. Really get through here. Oops, oops, no, that was right. Take a pit stop here. Can be kind of nice because then all the monsters that were chasing after you that are still in your distance will clump up a little bit. You can, with your army of skelefriends, take care of them on their own time. So I think that's actually where we need to go, if I remember right. Excuse me. Or maybe not. Which might be the last place we need to go, huh? No, excuse me. This is don't think we need to go here. So maybe actually it might be faster to town portal, back to this one, glacial trail. Okay. So it might not be that exit, it might be a different exit. Come on. Oops, I'm silly. Sorry about that. That was not intentional. Happens though, what can you say? Someday I'll rebind the keys and it'll stop happening, but probably not for a minute. Aha, take that. I think my 1 to 2 DPS really made a difference there. Yeah, we have a couple of ways to go down here. Can be a little dangerous sometimes running if you aren't paying very much attention. Okay, here we go. Frozen Tundra is the next space, so. Here we go. Is that a... It's a well. Wells are nice. Oh, there is a lot going on around here. This will work itself out in just a moment. We'll take a little bit of time, but we will have the numbers advantage eventually. Ooh, a rune. That's a nice rune. I think is actually used for something I could use for later. Anyway, might be useful. Anyway, so if you're wondering what the story is, that's a good question. Me too. Jokes aside, basically, the whole game has been one long campaign following the 3 main bad guys in the series, which is Diablo, Bale, and Shemp, I think. And long story short, basically the characters that we played as in the first game all became possessed evil baddies, very Dark Souls-esque actually, grim dark kind of stuff, and kind of very much in line with Blizzard's writing, to be honest. It's always about some sort of corruption. Such a common theme in their stuff. But yeah, so they were, for example, the warrior character was possessed by the spirit of Diablo himself. Somehow, I'm not really sure what the exact specifics of the situation are. It does kind of make the first game feel a little pointless, but I guess it's kind of supposed to be a tragedy thing. I'm also probably overanalyzing it, because it is just a story at the end of the day. I had to wrap the game around. But we took care of this ball, Diablo. Let's Bale, Diablo. Garfunkel, I think. I can't remember the name of the third one off the top of my head for some reason. I know I've watched some lore videos on this, but basically we're just doing a game of chase after right now, trying to stay one step ahead of them to basically prevent them from summoning. Each step of the way, essentially each chapter has been another area that one of the great primevals, or whatever they're called, have been trapped in. So we've been basically trying to chase after Diablo in his newly revived form to stop him from summoning the rest of his trapped kin. We didn't do a very good job of that though, because basically every step of the way in this game, every chapter ends with us going, oh damn, we missed him. At the end of the base game, in chapter 4, we do end up killing Diablo, but that unfortunately is just a feint to give his brother Baal, who we're currently chasing after right now, more time to get the magic stone of stone stuff. That is very good. The good stone stuff thing. I don't know. The magic sword, I don't know. It's just some fucking sword or whatever, who cares? I don't remember. But yeah, anyway, sorry. It's been a long couple days. So, we're gonna be taking care of them and, hopefully putting a stop to all of this madness. Whether or not the madness will actually stop is kind of up in the air there. Considering the fact that there's at least 2 more games in the series, I have low hopes, but we will see what we can get done here. Over there. Keep losing our... sometimes the navigation with some of your critters can be a little complicated, so you just gotta run through. It should be pretty easy to focus on getting decent armor for these situations, but it's always a little bit tough sometimes. The thing with the skeletons is, like I said, eventually you will have more numbers. So the idea is you want to focus on getting surrounds and that kind of stuff with them. A lot of the same philosophies as Pikmin apply, although you're not chucking them at people. Apologize. If you see the camera wiggling, I have restless leg syndrome, which gets very irritating sometimes. It's been a little bit more managed lately, but the past couple days have been kind of frustrating, so... We'll be seeing it, we'll be seeing a little bit of the wiggling. I apologize for that. But yeah, so we're trying to catch up to Baal here. Gonna fart out some poison. I'll make sure to keep an eye out so I don't get hurt. You can see here there's really no barbarians left at this point. The armies of Baal have pretty firmly taken control of these later sections of this map. Run through, make sure I haven't missed anything. It's always something I'm a little concerned about. more of the same with the environmental design. You notice that it seems like the areas are a little bit more less scattershot, a little bit more designed now, more logical sections and that kind of stuff. Makes navigating the area a lot easier, which I really enjoy. Not quite as many of the two-tiered. There we go. Not quite as many of the two-tiered trenches and stuff like that, which are just kind of a pain in the ass to move through. Since so many of the enemy critters in this area have ranged attacks too, it can be kind of frustrating. A lot of the time you're just tanking a lot of damage. But the skeletons are doing the work for the most part, but I can still complain about it. That's why you have underlings. Doesn't seem like there's any of those catapults around, which is kind of nice, because I think it can just be kind of annoying. Not really any interesting drops in this area either. I think we're just mostly trying to get through this area and just finish it up at this point. Again, I still have to do some grinding for the better wand too. Which I might try to knock out a little bit here. So we get an hour into the stream, we'll probably take a break. So we're almost there right now, just a couple more minutes and I'll pause the game and use the bathroom. I'll probably do a couple hand stretches too. I really have been struggling with some specific joint pain that I just feel like I shouldn't be having to struggle with right now, so may or may not be involved a part of the searching for something, some better item to use. Just kind of debating if I even really want to explore this that much right now. Just we're moving past this area. Let's see the, looks like there's I guess that was just the day and night cycle changing. This game does have a, fairly, I guess you'd call it kind of primitive day and night cycle that, doesn't make a whole lot of impact into the game. Mostly just affects the visuals, but you know, they end up looking pretty nice. Most of the areas, some of the it seems like they did a really good job getting the colors of dawn and stuff like that. That sort of rosy, slightly dreamy looking color. That's kind of hard. Rosy, pinkish, dreamy color. That's hard to put hard to really quantify. You know. I think this is an optional dungeon, but I don't know. Put it into strength. Eventually, we just need more strength to use better gear. So that's. You know. I'm just getting to the sides of the area just to make sure that we're not missing anything, mostly for my own mildly obsessive tendencies as we play this right now. Actually, we may be forced to go. Oh no, there's a Ancient's Way. So. Not sure how people feel about doing a optional dungeon, but I think I might just do the optional dungeon. I do apologize. I'm extremely tempted to do some grinding for the better wand too, and I think that would help right now. Okay. Well, I'll put a town portal down here. We'll take care of all of this crap. Just a second. Yeah, I was kind of hoping that would be better than what we have what our helper dude has right now, but I think that's just not gonna happen. Well, that's actually not that bad. Lightning resist. I think there's more lightning than poison right now anyway. Okay. Summon one of those. Going to trade away some of our crap with Anya.
Yes?
I don't remember what the personalized thing does. I think it's just another like flat skill buffs, like the other some of the other areas have offered. Two. I think we'll go to do a little bit of the wand grind here. Hopefully we won't have to do too much of it. Fortunately, Luke Galoon has some really Luke Galoon has some really nice music.
Allow me to advise you.
Doesn't make it a chore to come back here. This is just going to be part of the little break here. Oh, I do have to use the bathroom pretty badly now too. So that might be forcing the issue kind of soon. All you really need to do is refresh the
Ask and learn.
refresh the area. So if he's next to the front of the building, it's really quick to refresh his supply of wands and stuff. In this particular case, though, it's just a little bit quicker to do this and bump in and out. Anyway, I am going to take a short break here. I might just mute the mic and leave it around here. I really like the music in this area too.
Good to see you.
But yeah, I will get back to it pretty quickly here. Like I said, I really have to use the bathroom, so that I have to pay attention to that physical need. But I'll be back really quick here. We'll get back at the gaming. Here's some more of this. Alright. Almost ready to get back here. Okay. Sorry, two more button presses here. And we are good to go. Okay. Now I have YouTube up, just in case anybody wants to stop by. No big deal if nobody does though. Oh, that's right, I was just gonna do some, a little bit of this.
Good day.
Just to keep the chill, relaxing vibe up. It's not always the most important thing in the world to be running around super stressed, pushing yourself to the max.
Ask and learn.
Some days can just be about relaxing. Spending time with yourself or spending time with some people you care about. It's an idea that everything's got to be so dang hard these days, and it's just not the truth. After stream, I'm gonna take a bath. I'm excited about that.
Good day.
See about some food after that, maybe a nap. Also would be really nice. I'm doing a little bit up and down with the health lately. It's just struggling with some consistency and some other things.
Approach and let's trade.
Hoping for the day I can really just afford more proper health care, but you know, that's
Ask and learn.
it's just something I'm gonna have to be a little bit more patient for, it sounds like. But anyway.
Hello. Greetings. Hello. Allow me to advise you. Hello.
Sorry, I'm just chewing on some chocolate here. If you're hearing any weird squelches, So again, we're looking for 3+ in skeletal mastery, 3+ for skeleton,
Ask and learn.
1+ in summoning skills, and then the next thing we don't really care too much about. But it can be a golem mastery would be fun, raise skeletal mage, amplify damage would be fantastic. Feeling a little bit of a going to be up against a mild wall if we don't do this sooner than later, so
Hello.
at the very least we can find something that's a bit more exciting than this. How long I'm going to devote to that? Probably not super long, maybe 10 minutes, a little bit less.
Approach and let's trade. Allow me to advise you.
I'm doing something similar to this in Monster Hunter World, actually. There's I think the bird is called, well, they call it the Phantom Bird that you're supposed to find. I think it's one of the last missions for discovering, cataloging, capturing endemic life in the area. But it's called a Downy Crake, I guess is the actual name of it. Or at least, well, the given name of the creature in-game. I suppose it's all... they call it whatever they wanted, to be honest, but the spawns fairly randomly, seemingly extremely randomly, in fact, because I have been doing something pretty similar in the first area of the ancient forest in that game. Just refreshing the first area to see if I can catch one of these stupid birds. They're really darn cute, I'll say that much, but I don't really like having to wait that long. But I've put, I think at this point, like 1 or 2 hours into just finding that stupid thing.
Approach and let's trade.
Concerned I'm doing it on the wrong difficulty level or something, but I don't know. I think it's just a super rare. I've heard for some people it can be upwards of 45 minutes to an hour of straight attempts at it. I'm hoping it's not quite that abrasive, but we'll have to see.
Good day.
I think that manages to somehow be less interesting than this. This is at least
Hello.
sort of using my brain. That's just waiting for a noise to happen. Trying to keep myself amused as I look at the same dinosaurs for, you know, an hour, an hour and a half. I'm curious to try out Monster Hunter 4U at some time. I keep hearing that that's one of the standouts of the series. And a lot of people who seem to really like World seem to also really enjoy playing 4U as well. So I thought it would kind of be neat to, I don't know. Everything I've seen from 4U makes it look pretty cool.
Approach and let's trade.
Obviously, Monster Hunter Wild looks just... I don't usually get excited about games, but man, I'm really... I don't know, I'm just really hyped about it, to be honest. I'm almost 100% certain my computer's not going to be able to run it, though. I hope Gunlance doesn't get too prettied up. I want it to still be a pretty basic pretty basic weapon at the end of the day. But it sure looks really satisfying so far. Apparently there's underwater combat as well. I honestly don't feel like I have much of a stake in that because I never played the game with underwater combat. I mean, you know, World was such a big success. It seems like they probably have enough. They may in fact actually have the budget to justify having that be a part of the game. Excuse me.
Approach and let's trade.
It's kind of a funny series of games too, because you're sort of expecting that most people aren't going to play all 14 or 15 weapon types, you know. And I have to be really honest. I don't really like playing any of the other weapons aside from gun lance. I think charge blade is kind of cheesy. Charge blade is kind of cheesy. Switch axe is kind of cheesy.
Good day.
I thought insect glaive was kind of cheesy, to be honest. Just aiming the insect to attack a very specific area of the animal to get specific buffs and stuff. It just kind of feels a little silly. The gun lance felt the most down to earth of all the weapons, which is probably a little absurd considering what it can actually do in the game.
Hello.
But I think the other weapons are just a little too they're a little too fast. I kind of like having to work on positioning in the combat as opposed to just making sure the reactions are good and I'm doing really good spacing and stuff like that. We'll see how it goes. I just started Iceborne, so the game took a pretty just a different jump in difficulty.
Approach and let's trade.
Some other stuff I'm a little bit bummed about missing. I kind of wish I didn't quite just jump right into Iceborne, that I took the time to finish some of the other optional stuff up. But this is my second completed playthrough of the base game, actually, so...
Ask.
The first one was on mouse and keyboard, and for whatever reason I just decided to do another playthrough through base world with a controller, because I was I knew it was going to be more fun with a controller, so wanted to make sure that I wasn't just jumping into the
Good day.
significant difficulty upgrade without having a little bit of core competency built up. That has nothing to do with this particular game, but it is me talking for a while. I hope everybody's having a really nice day today. Just taking the time to take care of themselves.
Allow me to
Relax, make sure you're staying hydrated, well rested. Get some food, get some snacks, whatever you need. All you have is your health, and it's really important to focus on that.
approach and let's trade.
Okay, I am losing my willpower in some of this, so we might be ending this particular hunt for a wand in a few minutes here. And just get back into the game. I know you're all really bummed. Everybody wanted to see more of the, you know, the menuing.
Good day.
It's definitely a top tier menu system, don't get me wrong. But you know, you get to that point when you close your eyes and all you can see is this. It's probably a bad sign. Alright, last one here. Come on, big money, no whammy.
Approach and let's
No whammy, Drogden, no Drogden. And do it. Alright, we'll get back to the main. We'll actually get back to playing the game, I guess. Who knows how you're supposed to do that, though. Oh yeah, we were just outside that optional dungeon, that's right. Let's go back here. Forgot. Where is it? It's there. Oh, there, it's up there. Alright. Just very suddenly became night, looks like. Yeah, Infernal Pit. I think this is optional, so we'll just check it out. Can you? And some struggles there with the walking in a straight line. It's like driving in Minnesota. Hate the state. God. Anyway, just trying to get some quirks together here. We want to get our skeleton mage back. Because this is optional, I think we're just grinding through this to get like some chest or something, probably at the end. It's probably Amazon only. I forget. I think our dude can in fact use that, but he's got this thing which is really nice. Nothing's really been better than that, honestly. Even with bonuses and stuff, just the raw damage output is so much higher. If I could find something like that had sockets in it, that would be kind of cool, because then I could look up the sockets that gave our buddy another combat aura, which would be really helpful. It doesn't take a lot to make the combat auras count for something, mostly because there's 10 skeletons at this point, so I think if you actually worked out the flat amount of bonuses you were getting from it, it'd be pretty good. You can probably tell I've been watching a lot of Warcraft 3 play lately, so I've been thinking about stuff in a lot of those contexts, DPS and that kind of shit. Min-maxing, thinking about how stuff would work in a group. Sorry. Just kind of sucks. Okay. Let's see how that would have vexed me. It's definitely a video game, so you can take on the King of Evil, but you really need a lot of space to walk between things, or else it's just not going to work out. War Spear. That sounds like it would be good, but it really isn't. Check this guy out too quick. We'll just sell it. I think charged stuff usually sells for a lot anyway, so another ring anyway. Okay, what else has been going on? Not too much. Like I said, mostly hunkering down. Okay. Yeah, just an optional dungeon. That's a short dungeon, too. I suppose it's for the best that it was pretty quick. Can't imagine these are even... 15... Yeah, I don't even really care about the weekend. Just for shits and giggles and see if this lobby is any good. I guess it's not. It's not gonna be good, but alright. That ate up some time, didn't it? I guess the jewels might be useful later, we'll have to see. Oh, we can do some conversions here, I suppose. At least one. More menuing. Thank God. Is this... I think that might be it then. It's a lot of work just to do that. Chipped, chipped. That's flawed. Yeah, I think that's all we can really do right now. Probably the big supplier. Maybe the flawed skull. Let's go. Flawless skull. Flawless skull. Flawless skull. Okay. Oops. Oops. All those runes back in here. Keep those for now. Humble, blah 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 blah.
What do you need?
Pretty much nothing, but want some of this crap, you can have it. Let's deposit our meager wealth. And, we'll go back to the waypoint then. I think is going to be the quickest way. Yeah, that is going to be the quickest way. Just realized I would do a little bit of backtracking here. It shouldn't be too much though. We're getting back into the game then. We will be going into the ancient archway or something. I forgot the name of it. I'll check again when we get near it. Ancient's Way. Oh, it's just Ancient's Way. Okay. Alright then. I'm losing our friendo there. thinking this spawns monsters, but I don't see any. I'll double check on that. You got this. I don't know, they're gonna rip him apart. He managed a lot better than I expected. I'll give him that. I'll give him that. So back to this way. Make sure we're filling the whole map out. I bet this is just one big circle or something. Just a fancy pants monster, not really anything all that notable, to be honest. Oh gee, there's a lot of critters around here. The bigger mobs are at least more fun fights and stuff to watch too. Not sure what keeps hitting me. I mean, well, there's a lot of monsters around here, so. So we're being a little quiet here, just kind of vibing right now, taking in my own atmosphere. Sounds so douchey when you say it like that. That was not worth the effort. Yeah, that's the thing. Actually, while I'm here. Oh god, I'm not gonna use that ever. It's probably not gonna get used either. Oh man. It's kind of sleepy right now, but I think that's good for the vibe I'm trying to set. So we'll let it ride for a little bit longer here. As sure you all know if you've watched the channel before, just My only really big stressor is just making sure I manage the energy that I'm using when I play the games and stream. I do prefer to stream for more than an hour and a half usually, but that's when, for me, when I really start to have to make a pretty conscious choice to keep doing it, if that makes sense. It gets a little bit more challenging. So for me, it's going to be sometimes some of those dead air moments, just as I try to compose myself a little bit more. I know it sounds a bit unnecessary, but taking the time just helps me helps stay relaxed and keep this kind of fun for me too. This is kind of the thing that I'm doing right now to have a thing to do, so rather do it for just a little bit longer, like go on a couple extra minutes on the treadmill. Not quite, not really all that much similar, but I think some of the philosophy, well, I'm just going to tell myself the philosophies are applying. We'll just pretend for otherwise. I do feel like I don't know, I want to say that I've improved a little bit at the whole streaming thing, but I feel like I can't really say that for sure. I try not to watch my videos too much just because it's kind of weird to do that, to be honest. I know one time there was one time when I was just listening for the audio and I left it on and I was like, oh, this is pretty chill. And I actually felt pretty good about myself because I was like, I'm actually enjoying what I produced, which made me feel kind of like, you always feel egotistical saying that, right? But it was I don't know if I could completely say I would watch my own videos, but it was nice to feel like I was enjoying something that I have made, especially with something that's like streaming, where it's like I feel like I can make a song that's pretty good, or I feel like I can put out a piece of art under the disciplines I've studied and they'd be pretty decent, but something like this that's just really important to me socially right now. It's really crucial to me having any kind of social life, period. Oops. Yeah, it's really crucial. Just something like that. I don't know, knowing that this doesn't completely suck, it's kind of nice. I'm not saying it's great or nothing too. Streams are really, really subjective. And I honestly, as I've been watching more and more streams, I'm really more and more getting into the people that you just kind of hang out with as opposed to the people that leave themselves on just chatting forever because they just end up spending the first 2 hours talking to people. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that either, but I was kind of surprised to see it's really just very much become more about spending time around or near people, I guess. I don't want to say necessarily with people, because, you know, streaming, there's always going to be that, there's always that distance, and you really got to respect that distance if you want to get any satisfaction out of it. Oh, I'm kind of glad I went all the way to get the checkpoint unlocked, but I don't know how necessary that was. Okay, so is this area? Oh, this is Icy Cellar. I think Icy Cellar is not optional, but I want to run through it just for fun. One of the problems with this area is because it's a lot of ice enemies, they don't leave a corpse to get more skelefriends together, which is a little frustrating sometimes, just when you're trying to keep a good steady pace. But there's more than likely than not there's usually another enemy just down the way. Yeah, take that, nerd. If you're wondering what I mean when I say I don't really know if anybody's ever actually watching on YouTube or what's going on, is because the view counter has gone up from 1 to 0 like multiple times now. So I don't know if anybody was watching or has been watching or isn't watching or anything like that, so. Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry. Oh man. Well, we're getting a lot of gold that we're gonna have to struggle to find a use for eventually. That's cool. It's fun, you know, we click on the big numbers and we have numbers that go up on us. And then we have big numbers. And that is good. No big numbers in that corner though. Refreshed. Just took a nice long poo. But in shrine form. I don't know what that means. Oh, that's a thing. Jared Stone. Is that a thing? That might just be a basic drop and I'm misremembering it as like some vital important piece of equipment. Snap chip shatter. That's a good name. Whoa. Whoa. Tangentially useful things. Whoa. Well, you know, we got that new space unlocked. Looks like we need to go to Deckard Cain and just get him to identify the stuff for us.
Good evening.
Yay. Okay.
Good evening.
I don't think any of this is going to be good. I think Jared Stone is a... A couple of chapters ago, that would have been pretty nice. I think that's not actually a thing. I think I'm just misremembering something. Strength, I don't care about right now. I'm not gonna go back to the, stash and do that, moving stuff around quite
Can
yet.
I help you?
So you know, someone's gonna have, kind of portals and the like around here. Is it Mala?
How may I be of help?
Yep. It's just better to be honest with myself. I'm gonna buy them, you know? We'll just go back to the waypoint and keep going to the Ariat Summit, I believe is the next area. So that was to the Ice Cellar, which is just a nice fun little dungeon. Well, we don't have too much interest in that right now. It's already completed. It's a dead end. This area is actually kind of maze-like. I mean, they all are, but this one is actually not a lot of it is very straightforward to navigate. This is the last area in the game,
The
too.
resting place of the ancients.
Oh, that's right. So this is a kind of unique thing that's probably worth just really briefly discussing here.
Impossible.
So this is one of the few times they gate you off with like a genuine requirement for something specifically. In this area, you have to be a minimum of level 20 to actually use the Altar of Heavens, and why that was done was basically because people were doing runs with people
Impossible.
where they would like do really quick levels, going through all three difficulties of the game in like one sitting, and they were trying to basically find a workaround so a player couldn't do that. They would have to put a little bit of work in to get past the end of it. So they made the level 20 requirement to actually activate this Altar of Heaven. So we are 34, so we're not really worried about that right now. So we're just gonna let this go here. Actually, yeah, the only thing is we don't have max skeleton capacity, but I think we'll be okay. But what's gonna happen is we're gonna be activating this, and then these three statues will come to life, and it's sort of like challenge you to make sure you're strong enough to do what you need to do.
We are the spirits
So they all have goofy powers and shit. The only thing that really makes this kind of nerve-wracking is the fact that you're not really going to have access to any corpses, right? So if you're doing the summon thing, it's going to just be kind of a pain in the ass for that. Not sure why you're going after him, but okay. Just trying to aim that log off. See, we're doing hilariously little damage, but it makes me feel better about myself. I think one of them, no, they're still all there. I would rather that they attack our Clay Golem, just because it's going to be the easiest to resummon right now. I don't think these guys leave usable bodies. Yeah, I see. We have 2 down though.
I can't.
I don't know why these guys didn't pop out when Dale showed up here. I don't really think it's one of those things we think about.
we augment your skill and grant you entry to the interior of Mount Arnet, wherein lies the World Stone. Beware, you will not be alone. Vale, the Lord of Destruction, is already inside. The Archangel Tyrael has always been our benefactor, but even he cannot help us now. For Bale blocked.
Alright. We're the shit. Let's see. Let's actually go with that right now. Okay. So we have, I think this is the final dungeon. We will end up confronting Bale at the end of this here. Oh, we can actually get, oops, our 10th skelefriend back there. I feel like puzzle pieces. Oh, that was fast. I mean, I guess we'll just keep going, actually. I remember this being a little bit bigger, but maybe it's actually pretty condensed. Just because it's the last dungeon, but... anyway. There's no durance of hate, let me tell you that. Well, I'm thinking about trying to push through to Vale. Whether we can handle him or not, I'm a little concerned about. Just a little nervous that we might not be powerful enough with our skeleton army to actually put a dent into him. It's kind of something you find out pretty quickly. If you remember watching the, if you remember watching the Diablo fight, it was basically just trying to make sure and manage that they were attacking the right creatures. That was pretty much it. Okay. Look, I think there is a waypoint on this level, and I do want to find that. So we're gonna look for that quick before we move on to the next one. This looks like it's such a small area. It's either I'm getting really good at reading these maps. I think I mentioned before, but the way the auto-generation for the map works, these maps work, I've been watching a little bit of speedrun history and stuff like that for this game. But it's actually pretty interesting, I gotta say. But basically watching speedrun history of the game and stuff, and there's ways that the AI likes to auto-generate maps, and that it's all tile set based, if memory serves too. So it's all like there's like a slot of dungeon type that fits together with another slot of dungeon type, like a specific set of rooms or whatever. I don't know how deep the randomization for those specific rooms actually becomes, but I'm assuming it's pretty involved. Even just beyond like having specific room types spawn and arrange themselves. But there is ways to, especially if you're trying to get through the game pretty quickly, obviously, there's ways to read the maps, and read the areas. Just more efficiently, so you can move through them to find the entrances and exits quicker. I do believe these are just really tiny dungeons, though. I don't think this is a very big level. You got the waypoint. There's no reason to really check the waypoint out right now. I don't really think this has probably got to be the last room in this area, huh? Oh no, there's more. I'll try this. So I just want to see how big this one gets here. Kind of helps because we can get all the monsters clumped up too, and just kill them all one big group. Another generic big old pile of gold. It's not really going to help us much, but big old numbers feel good. See what this tiny charm is. Never going to use that. That's not really useful, but I guess while we have this.
Enough mana.
I think that was 10. Yeah, okay, that's probably max level we're gonna get for those guys. That waypoint is really super unhelpful, considering it's just max distance away from the other spot. It's actually farther away than the entrance of the area. It's always really annoying when that happens. Okay, I think this is it, but I'm not sure. some nice creepy crawlies in this area. The enemy design in this game is really, really good. It's all that slightly that mixture of old school stop motion animation monsters and just really simple designs. Simple designs that feel good. Simple designs that feel good is a weird way to say it, but I think the process for how they did it was similar, where they were modeled in 3D, and then the sprites were animated and photographed with individual poses and such. So pretty similar to stop motion. I always thought that was a really clever way to get decent fidelity. Just get around decent fidelity with, I guess, a simpler toolkit, you know. People can find a lot of emotive meaning in Pac-Man, though, so I wonder sometimes if, I mean, this is kind of an age-old debate, but it does sort of seem like the question of graphics is always a little bit overstated. More to do with programming in space and the creativity, as opposed to having to worry too much about how objectively proficient something looks. Whatever that really even means, to be honest. I'm not a ghost. We're at 2 hours here. If you've been watching the whole stream, appreciate that, or the VOD or whatever. Appreciate you guys hanging out. This is just supposed to be relaxing. It's supposed to be fun. Please remember to keep yourself relaxed. Do all the little basic stuff you know you're supposed to do that you just don't want to do ever. And I sympathize. I don't like doing it either. That's why my back hurts. So let's try to remind people to take care of themselves better than I do. We do have a 4th level. Okay. It's kind of fun to walk around here. Gonna guess this is probably it then, considering it's called the Burn of Destruction. We'll get there in a second, guys. Chill out. Nice empty room, guys. Thanks for that. Now we know that room is empty over there. believe it's just this way. I want to just get started on the fight right now because I want to make sure that we have a lot of corpses if we need to run back. And refresh on skelefriends. This should be the end of it. Yeah. So that is Bale. We have to take care of some waves of enemies before we can actually attack him directly. If you can probably guess, it's not really the summons that are the concern. Let me just whenever you're ready. See, they're just handling everybody so quickly. It's not really even funny. It's just like, damn, dude. Yep. Very spoopy. Very scared. Just do what we've been doing. He seems like kind of an idiot, but anyway, take your time. Venom Lords was going even easier than the last group of guys. Did you see last week's Garfield? Ha 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 ha. Just why not? What else are we gonna do? Probably amplify damage would have been better in the long term. These guys were tanky. I'm not sure what they were. I love the Big Bang Theory. Ha 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 ha. Anyway, that ate up some time. Wasn't super tough. I think. Ah, that's right. Then we have to. Now we do another dungeon, but this one is just more annoying because we have to. Or is it just that? No, it is just. Never mind, never mind. I was misremembering. Right, so he can kind of run through our skelefriends if he wants, so. The trick with this one is just always making sure he's targeting this guy. Fire. Pathetic. Make up your mind.
I need mana.
that. You gotta think about the clay golem as basically one free hit more than anything else on Bale, just because it's gonna be one. It's gonna take his attention away for one attack, which could save the life of a skeleton if it's low on HP or something like that. He's not putting on a whole lot of damage though. I guess we're pretty well and truly prepped for this event. So he's gonna drop a bunch of crap that probably isn't gonna be very useful. Yeah, I mentioned that's good.
Never doubt my skills.
Yeah, eat a dick.
I am overburdened.
Bale. Or like lame-o. Items. Yeah, hold on a second, Angel dude. I gotta make sure we grab what we can here.
I can't carry anymore.
I'm pretty sure you can carry that. Yeah, that's what I thought. Alright, we did it. So this kind of sucks as an ending, doesn't it? Forgot it was that underwhelming. I don't remember. Is there like a cutscene or anything after this too? Nah. All right. So I think we go to normal. Right. So what happens is now we can go to a waypoint if we want. That should. Oops. Or maybe. Does everybody say stuff or?
Stay a while and listen. Beware.
Yeah, but I killed him just now. I thought there was more to that.
Good afternoon.
Oh, sorry, it's been a minute. Maybe you're not supposed to talk to him? I don't remember. Well, it's been about 2 hours, so I think probably the smart thing to do is just end it now that we've killed the great evil and on paper finished the game. We exit out. Now I think we can take this waypoint and go back to the lower difficulties, if I remember right. No, I guess it's just like that.
I am a. There is a place. The Order welcomes you.
Yeah, so you can see these are already way above the level. So we're gonna call for today, so I can make sure I'm not missing anything. But it's a fun little chill stream for everybody. Hope everybody's doing okay, having a good day. It seems like a lot of people are going through a lot of shit. So I just wanted to roll one of these out. I like streaming a lot, and I think it's really healthy for me too. So I was kind of struggling just not having done this in a while. I hope people just really enjoy it. I hope people get a lot out of it, because I just enjoy doing it. I hope it means something to someone. But yeah. So please remember to take care of yourselves. Again, just another reminder, in the video description there are link trees for organizations that help homeless in the area. Past couple days have been extraordinarily destructive weather-wise, so if you're so inclined, it would mean a lot to a lot of different people. Otherwise though, just have a good rest of your day. Yeah, stay safe, stay healthy, and Self care, best care. Thanks again, guys. Take it easy.